Families living in poverty don't have access to the basic necessities to take care of themselves or their children. Just a few of the challenges that these families face include unsafe living conditions, homelessness, poor education, a lack of health care, and they can't even afford to buy food for their kids. These problems also have disastrous effects on children growing up in poverty. Right here in New Jersey, nearly 1/3 of our residents are struggling to make ends meet. To solve these problems, the Affinity Foundation focuses on 3 key areas: financial well-being, education, and healthcare, because we know that these are the essential elements to ending the cycle of poverty. Today, we do this through community grants to nonprofits, scholarships to student members, and a member relief fund for members who are struggling. I am very excited to announce that in 2023, we will also be launching 2 new programs: a multi-year transformational grant program and a match savings account program.
Our Community Grants program is one of the biggest ways we make an impact in the community. To date, the Foundation has provided nearly $1.7 million in grants and other community donations across New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. We are proud to partner with amazing nonprofits, such as homeless shelters, feeding organizations, life skill centers, community-based healthcare, and more, who are making real strides in helping people leave poverty behind. Some of our partners are here in the room with us tonight.
Affinity Foundation's vision is to end the cycle of poverty for the people we serve. One of the most important ways to end poverty is through education, especially from an early age. Since the start of the program, our scholarship committee has awarded over $200,000 to over 100 student members across the country. The program is in place to not only provide a monetary grant, but more importantly, to encourage students to pursue a higher education. A scholarship empowers students with the support and financial aid that will make a difference in their future. And our hope is that our recipients will use this investment to support their academic achievements and fulfill their dreams.
The Member Relief Fund was created when we learned that credit union members couldn't afford food during the pandemic. The program launched as a pilot to provide grants of $500 for anyone who was struggling financially. We soon learned the demand was so high, we made it a permanent program. The fund has been in place for just over a year and a half, and we have already helped more than 100 members across the country who are struggling with not just food insecurity, but also homelessness, serious illness, job loss, domestic violence, the loss of a loved one, and more. Here is one member's experience receiving a grant.
My name is James Mack. So I served as a Marine right after high school, 1980. But then coming back into the civilian world, I've had 19 different surgeries in 60 years of life. So I was super stressed because I only worked part-time and I wasn't qualified for short-term, long-term disability. So how am I going to be able to pay these bills? When that money was out, I slept in a Walmart parking lot. And only then do you find and realize how many other people are homeless as well. One of the hardest moments, my son, he says, "Where are you going to sleep?" And I had to tell him that I was going to sleep in my truck. And it messed me up. Sometimes we need a hand out, but most often we need a hand up. I found out about the Member Relief Fund right on time. It was like mind-blowing. It's okay to get help for what you're going through. You're not alone. You're not the only one that's going through a hard time. You're not the only one that's struggling. You're not the only one that feels like you're losing your mind. You're not the only one going through a season. It's a temporary season in your life. You're not the only one. And the Member Relief Fund has truly helped and worked for me. And I'm forever grateful.
As you can see from James's story, no matter how difficult the situation, he keeps going because he has to, and that's why we have to. Everyone deserves a safe place to rest their heads. Everyone deserves access to a good education. Everyone deserves to be able to put food on the table for their family. We are committed to persevering until we live in a world where everyone can leave poverty behind. From our foundation staff and Board of Trustees, we thank you for joining us tonight. Your generosity means that we can continue to expand our programs and help more people like James.